welcome back to More to See. We are on another adventure. We absolutely loved making our vlogs of Scotland and our trip up north, so we felt we'd just do the same again. This time, for the first time since 2019, we are on a flight and heading abroad for our next adventure. So buckle in and enjoy the ride with us. Now, a little upgrade from last time, we decided to film everything this time on a DJI Osmo. However, unfortunately, because we didn't do our research, our sound isn't great on the speaking parts, so please bear with us during those bits as we try to improve this. Good morning and welcome from Canada. So we haven't been able to travel obviously for a long time. We were lucky enough to go away in the van earlier this year to Scotland, but this is our first time abroad since 2019.
Yeah.
So very excited, but it was real good.
So good. We did an evening flight, which I was a bit like, why have we booked this? Because I guess you feel like you're losing a bit of a day of the holiday, but it was so good. We got through all of security at Heathrow in 30 minutes. The actual flight itself was the best flight we've been on, and then I'd say it was about 30 minutes again, getting maybe even less getting through at Canada. It was so quick.
So thank you, British Airways. It was wonderful.
Yeah, it was
no,
really
this is not an advert.
And the food was good.
Yeah, it was great. So yeah, we landed
and I
into
picked the best seats.
Yeah, you did. Very good. So we landed into Vancouver last night at like just gone 7 p.m. local time. And we drove, picked up a hire car and drove like 2 hours to a little place called Hope, and stayed at a dodgy little motel, which was amazing.
It's so cool. It's like I keep saying American, but like little small town America, on like a crossroads. Small town Canada.
Yeah.
Real classic motel, wasn't it?
It was. And then this morning, we have just visited an iconic Canadian place, Tim Hortons. So there are some in the UK now, but it's a Canadian
not really near
place.
us.
No, but it's epic, and they do the best drink, which is a French vanilla.
So good.
Which is really cool, and it's like the only place that does it, so we've been excited for that. And we just had breakfast.
Yeah, breakfast was good.
Yeah,
real nice.
So the plan today is to drive. We're heading all the way up into the Canadian Rockies.
Yeah, to Yoho.
Yoho National Park, and we will pick you up there.
Yeah, nice. We've just gone in the real Canadian superstore, so I always get overexcited with drinks. I've got a brisk lemon iced tea, and never seen this in England, Coca-Cola with coffee. Sounds weird, going in for first taste. By the way, it's like summer, it's roasting hot. Okay, so what do you reckon, Mick?
Go for it. It'd be good or not?
Oh, it kind of is good. Do you want to try it?
Yeah, sure.
I was nervous because I've had it's like an espresso and tonic. That wasn't for me. Okay.
Yeah.
It's kind of good, isn't it? Better than you think.
Yeah, it's really good.
You're kind of silhouetted. You just have to do it. Oh no, you're okay.
Morning after a long drive yesterday, so there turned out to be a road closure on Highway 1 heading towards the Rockies, so we had to make a big detour from Golden down to a place called Radium Hot Springs. So in the end I think we drove from 7 till like well, I guess it was half 8 but half 7 because you lose an hour going into Alberta from BC.
Yeah, we were like 40 minutes. It was like the smallest little bit on the map, and then it added on 3 hours.
But we drove through Kamloops, we went to Revelstoke.
Revelstoke looked really cool.
Yeah, and
we
we did
sort of,
little
by this
stops.
point, we was aware of the road closure, wasn't we?
Yeah.
So we didn't fully stop anywhere. We were like, let's just
Yeah.
make it there.
And then we arrived at the hotel just in time for our dinner reservation, but it was pretty dark. But it's pretty amazing. This is where we stayed last night.
How cool is it?
Welcome to Emerald Lake.
This is the opposite of, like, I was just saying this to Nick, normally you see pictures and you're like, oh, that's edited, the water's like never that blue. This actually isn't picking up as blue as it is. I can't get it to look how crazy blue it looks, can we, on any photo or video?
So it's
cool.
still like 9 o'clock in the morning. It's really peaceful, really calm. There's been a few people going out canoeing, but it's just amazing. The path around it was a loop, circular walk around it, which we've got on all trails. So we're going to follow that, which should take about an hour and a half maybe. But it's just unbelievable.
Yeah. Wildlife update. Didn't see anything yesterday, human. But what we do keep seeing, actually we keep seeing two things. One is like the biggest birds I've ever seen, and then the other is, I think they could just be squirrels, but they're tiny. Like our squirrels at home aren't cute. These are really cute, aren't they?
We need to Google.
We need to Google them. So that we've not seen any of the big ones yet, but we've seen birds and squirrels. That's what you come to Canada for, right?
And Emerald Lake.
And Emerald Lake.
Alright, so we're gonna walk. Bye bye. Emerald Lake complete. We did the hike. I think it took us about 2 hours.
Yeah, usually whatever it says on like all trails or anything like that, double it for us.
And then we just had a short drive, like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and we're now by Natural Bridge.
Look at how cool it is.
Look at that.
And the water is still that sort of milky blue,
Yeah.
which we found out is it's got like ground up glacier rock in it that makes it that milky colour, and it means that nothing can really live in it, which is why it's also sort of such a clear blue, which sounds silly, like milky and clear, but it somehow is.
Yeah, it makes a lot of
So
sense.
cool.
So yeah, Emerald Lake was amazing. This is really cool. We got a few more little spots that we're going to do on the way, and we're just going to see how far we get.
Yeah.
Nice. Lunch complete, and we are back on the trail. Truffle Pigs was an amazing little spot and field for lunch, and now we're going to go to Takawa Falls, which is a real cool place. Here is Lucy exploring the river. So this is an out and back job. I think it's like 22 minutes in total, so it should be pretty easy to get to. And the waterfall looks amazing. I can already see it, so we'll show you that when we get closer. Good morning. We are up early and on a hike. So we left the hotel at what, 7:30?
Yeah, which actually isn't early compared with the past 2 days.
No, that's true.
Jet lag's massively helping us.
Yeah, definitely waking up a lot earlier, which is really good. I'm actually having to lie with my eyes shut so I don't get up. So yesterday when we left you, we'd just done Takaka Falls. After that we drove to Lake Louise. Lake Louise was rammed. It's like the busiest place to go to.
Well, second busiest.
Yeah.
We didn't go.
We didn't go to Moraine because the car park was closed, which is like a common thing, like all summer. So Lake Louise was like nice, big hotel there, but the sun was like right in the valley, so like not only could you not see, you couldn't really take any photos, and it was just lots of people.
Yeah, it was fine, but not as nice as Emerald
No. Yeah, Emerald Lake's still like favourite spot.
Well, yeah, so far.
Yeah. And then we went back to Banff. We checked into the hotel, the Mount Royal in Banff, which is really cool, nice little hotel.
Really nice. Right, so we're big researchers, but I don't feel we put loads of effort into researching where to stay.
No.
It's really nice.
Yeah, so that's cool. And we went for food. We went to the Magpie and Stump,
Yes.
which is a Mexican restaurant, and the food was amazing.
So good, and good margaritas.
Good margaritas and good
And the
Mexican
guy
mules.
was really helpful at like, recommending stuff.
So that was cool.
Nice.
And then we got an early night. And now this morning we're on a trail heading towards Taylor Lake.
Yeah, so actually I should say, so our plan for today was to go to Moraine Lake, I'm out of breath already, sorry, and do the Larch Valley, the Sentinel Path.
Yeah.
So it's all the yellow larch trees at this time of year. And then we went in the Patagonia store yesterday. We got chatting to a guy called Jack from Manchester, so he recognised our accents. And we had to slow down because I can't walk that fast.
But they've ended up, they're basically just telling us advice about which places to go to, and they said Moraine would just be super busy, and actually people were getting up at like midnight, 2 a.m.
We thought it was going to be like 4 a.m, but they were like, no, it's like midnight, you've got to go to the parking lot. So we said, where else can we see larch trees?
Yeah.
And they recommended this
yeah,
place.
they recommended a couple of places, Arnica and this one, Taylor Lake. So we did some research. This one's long, it's like a 5.5 hour trek, but hopefully quite moderate. And it's an out and back. So
I think I'm actually going to like it more, just knowing us, because, well, two things. One is that on this one the larch trees are actually round the lake, which is quite cool.
Yeah.
And also it's just not very busy.
Yeah,
We always seem to...
Yeah, so hopefully this one is one that is less people on, a bit more enjoyable, rather than somewhere that's just really, really busy and can't park and can't walk anywhere.
Just turn up, take a photo and go.
Yeah. So we will check in at the lake.
Yeah.
Goodbye. We made it to the top! About 2 hours and 45 minutes later, it was a hell of a long time.
It was, it wasn't difficult as in difficult ground, but it was long.
Just constantly uphill, steep, long. But yeah, nothing too bad.
No.
But this place is beautiful. So you've got all the trees bordering the lake, all the larch trees turning a golden colour, and then you've got the mountains deep in the background, bit of snow.
Like a real, almost like a green colour. It's not the same colour as like all the Milky Lakes we've seen.
No.
But it's like real colour.
Really, really clear. You can see all the logs sat in the bottom of it. Looks amazing. So we just had some lunch, just had some snacks, just had some drinks.
I don't know whether you can call it lunch.
No. There's another little extension onto here, which is about 0.8 kilometres.
Yeah, we're hoping to
So
find
we're going to
that
just go and have a look and see if we can find that before then we start heading back down.
I believe that's got like a load of larch trees. So I kept saying the whole way up, like, we've got the perfect weather. Just as the trees are turning. Like, even if we was to ever come back to Canada, like, there's no saying you'd ever be able to get this again. So
yeah, it's beautiful. The larches are just right there.
Yeah. So
Alright,
cool.
let's walk on. We didn't go on the Panorama Ridge walk. Someone told us it was about 20 minutes each way, but it was also like still uphill, so probably longer for us.
And it said like there's no clear path beyond this point.
Yeah.
And some of you that know us personally will know about our Yosemite story.
Yeah.
So we didn't want to push our luck.
So we didn't, because we're very smart hikers.
Yes.
Hence, why I'm carrying a bear spray. So we went and rented this bear spray in case we encounter a bear today. But as of yet, still nothing.
Can I tell them my theory about Canada?
Sure.
I don't think there are bears. I think this is all a ploy so that you rent the bear sprays. I've seen a single bear.
Yet. So we're now hiking back down. It is easier obviously going back down, but it's still long. So we're probably still an hour away from the bottom or so. and then we'll see what time it is and work out what we do.
I'm ready for it to be over now, but it was so cool. It was definitely worth doing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll be happy to see the car.
But the plan is to get Lucy a big gulp. And there is another short walk, only like half an hour, that we might do.
Okay.
And then the plan is to go to the Banff hot springs.
Or we might just go straight to the hot springs.
We'll see.
Great.
If we get down. Morning. So we finished the walk yesterday and survived. We didn't see any bears, so we didn't even need the bear spray.
No, good damn it.
Yeah, but it was a pretty long, grueling walk. So we went straight from there, straight to the Banff Upper Hot Springs.
So good.
Which was amazing, and it was it was busy, but it still felt so good, and the hot water on the body after doing that longer walk was just really needed.
It was mainly my hips that was hurting weirdly from the walk.
Yeah.
And walking into the hot springs, I was like waddling, and coming out, honestly, I was like, oh, I feel okay.
Yeah. So it was good, and then we went to Park Distillery for some proper Canadian campfire food, which was wicked. So we had some ribs and some chicken with gravy, and
I ordered way too much. It was so embarrassing.
I had a couple of local beers. You had a couple of cocktails.
The cocktails were so good. Yeah. Banff seems really good for both food and drinks, doesn't it?
Yeah,
so
really
far,
does.
I think you could stay here a week or two and have a different great meal every night.
Yeah. So this morning we're going to go for a little walk to Bow Falls.
Yeah, we're currently on the trail.
Yeah, we don't need to drive. We just walk straight from town. We're going to walk out. Then we're going to go and get some beaver tails.
Beaver tails, yeah.
So
someone recommended, a Canadian woman that I know recommended to me, you've got to have beaver tails. So I think it's like a big flat donut with toppings.
Sounds all good.
Yeah.
So we're going to do that, and then we're going to go and find a bit of a bar and watch some of the American football today. Yeah, and it's also Canadian Thanksgiving today.
Yes,
so
it is.
happy Canadian Thanksgiving to all of you.
Yeah, we went in a sports bar just after the meal last night, and that was really cool. So we'll definitely go back there, but we might check a few others out as well. Yeah. So we've got 10 hours of football, so we can check a few out. Yeah.
Oh, and we've got a new friend.
Is it an elk?
No, it's a human.
Not a bear.
No. All right, let's go finish our walk.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
So I think yesterday we said it was Thanksgiving. It's actually Thanksgiving today. So happy Thanksgiving first and foremost. And we are now in Jasper. So today we have been working our way up the Icefield Parkway and doing lots of little stop-offs. We've still not seen a bear. We saw some people stopped who had seen a bear, but it'd gone by the time we got there. And now, so yesterday when we was on the walk by Bow Falls, just after we'd filmed that, I forgot to mention, I can't believe it's mid-October, and we've been like t-shirts and no jackets for most of the time, and that has definitely changed. I was going to say I'll spin you around in a minute, but we've got lots of footage that we can put in. It's very grey and rainy today, but kind of cool and moody, but I do wonder whether it means the bears won't be out and about as much. I don't know all the bears' habits, but I know if it was me, I'd be under a tree. So Nick is here.
Hi there.
He's going to help me remember, I think, where we've been. So we started off at Marble Canyon,
Yeah,
still in Banff.
and that was cool. It was like a little half-hour trek, kind of up through a canyon, and you sort of water rushing through, how it cut it away. Like, pretty cool.
Yeah, that was really good. And then we went to, I've already forgot. Maybe it was Pato, which is one of the...
Pito.
Oh yeah, we learned it's Pato.
Yeah.
That's like one of the most famous ones, I think. Like maybe top 5 that you hear about going to. And you could tell that in the sense of it was like a paved walkway out onto this viewing platform. It was absolutely gorgeous. Like after Emerald Lake, I didn't think you could see like a bluer lake, but it was. But I still prefer Emerald. But it was really cool. And then
We've done Misty Canyon.
yeah, so similar sort of thing to Marble Canyon, would you say?
Yeah, but you kind of, at some point, you're kind of level with the canyon, whereas Marble Canyon, you were kind of above it looking down.
Yeah, and
You got to
actually
see
what
the
was
water
cool,
rushing into it.
yeah, what was cool at Marble Canyon was the trail sort of led you across bridges one way and then you'd snake and then across and across and across.
Yeah.
So that was quite fun. So yeah, we did the 2 canyons, then we went to Sunwapta Falls. Have we been there?
No, we're on the way
We're
to
on the way.
Sunwapta.
So that must be all the stop-offs then.
I think so, but we had other ones, like I think we stopped at Hector Lake.
Oh
Like,
yeah, we
there's
did
been,
like a little,
viewpoints
yeah,
where
little
we've, like,
viewpoints, but I
stopped and
think,
tried to, but they were the main ones.
yes, I think
and
I've
then we're
mentioned,
still going to do Sunwapta
yeah, and Athabasca
and Horseshoe.
Lake.
Yeah.
And we're going to hopefully drive in to Jasper on the Athabasca Falls road rather than the end of the Icefield Parkway, which I read, broken record, I read there's more chance of seeing wildlife on. And hopefully that should be around sunset, because that's the other thing is I've heard sunrise, sunset is like the most active times. And just to say, I also did resort last night to Googling, will I see a moose? And I don't think I'll see a moose. Some people have lived here 2 years and not seen one. So I've given up hope on that. If we see one, great. But I really want to see a bear. I want my money back if I don't see a bear. You've seen bears?
Yes.
Not on this trip.
Not on this trip. Elks and bears.
Yeah. So yeah, now we're on just like a bit of a longer stretch of drive without a stop, which is actually the greyest and rainiest bit of the day. So that's worked out okay. We've just got the tunes on. Yeah, that's about all to report, apart from I had the worst 2 snack experiences of my life back to back earlier. So I opened what I thought was cheese crisps, cheese popcorn, devastating. And then I was like, okay, no, I want some crisps. So we'd bought like a multi-pack and it had the, what we would call Walker's ketchup, but Lay's ketchup. And I don't mind them, they're quite divided, they're Walker's ones. These were the most disgusting thing I've ever tried. So yeah, snack fail, and that was my lunch. You had a random sandwich, didn't you?
Yes, I did. Random Welbit sandwich.
Was it though?
Yeah.
Not sure. But, oh yeah, so we've not ate like properly today, but we have got Thanksgiving dinner tonight in Jasper, so that's very exciting. So I'll sign off for now. See you later.
Goodbye.
times. Our time in the Rockies has come to an end. Still no bear, still no moose. But other than that, we had a brilliant time. What's your highlight been?
Emerald Lake was just beautiful. Taylor Lake was amazing, but like a big old hike up. But also just like driving around, like the scenery around every corner is just amazing.
It's basically stole all my highlights. I'll add in the beer flights at both Banff and Jasper Brewing Company. They were real fun, weren't they?
Yeah, both very good places, very good food.
Yeah, very good
beer.
food. Favourite beer? You can't steal it because I'm going first. Mine was, I can't remember the name of it, but it was basically like a chai tea infused beer. It's like the pumpkin spice of beers. It was so good. What about you?
I don't know how I'm meant to pick just one.
Pick the honey one.
The honey one was good. There was also a black pilsner. So the honey one was called Babe, was it? No, was that the orange?
No, I think it was called Babe, and it also had coriander in it, which was really good.
Yeah, they're very good at beer, those guys.
Yeah, real good at beer. So good at beer, bad at bears. That's my review on the Canadian Rockies. And today we've been driving for like 12 hours.
But again, like it doesn't feel like it's been 12 hours.
No, it really doesn't.
The scenery's just been incredible. But yeah, we've gone from Jasper all the way kind of back through the Rockies to Kamloops, and then we've taken the scenic route to Whistler, and then sea to sky highway heading back down to Vancouver.
Yeah, so hence why we look like thumbs, or me at least, because it was an early start. Although we went to bed at like 8:30 last night, rock and roll. And then we're like just over an hour away from Vancouver now, which is very exciting. So we will pick you guys up there. So
Goodbye.
see you later.